Hi everybody, this is Björkman from The Long Wait. Today we are going to record vocals for our song Dispute. And my experiment today is going to consist of using dynamic microphones for vocals instead of condenser mics. Because my thought process is using kind of the grittier sounding dynamic will give me that kind of rock sound to the vocal that I really want. So the only two dynamic mics I have here that I want to use is the Acoustics i5 instrument microphone, but it's a dynamic, so I'm going to try it anyway. And then the AKG D5, which I use live on vocals as well. And not only am I going to try these two, I'm also going to run both of them through the Cloud microphone's Cloudlifter, which gives transparent gain to these mics just to see how much different they sound through this as opposed to just straight into the interface. Afterwards, I'm going to A/B all of those vocals when Liz gets here and we're going to start recording vocals and basically pick the sound that we like the most and record with that setup, that configuration. A couple of things when recording vocals is first, get your singer comfortable. Make him or her really get into the performance, make sure their vocals are good, their voice sounds good, and they're not tired or have a cold or anything like that. Secondly, when it comes to setup, try to reduce reflections coming into the microphones. So when you're recording vocals, any reflection that comes off the walls in your room and maybe hits the back behind the singer gets absorbed by the absorption instead of being reflected from the wall into the microphone, coloring the sound, not giving you a very consistent and good vocal sound. Alright, so Liz is here. We're going to record some vocals. I've told her all about the fancy tricks that I'm going to try to do to get the best vocal sound. And one of the things is also very important that I wanted to mention is that the headphone sound of how they are hearing singers are hearing themselves while they're recording vocals is very important. So make sure that they're comfortable singing and they hear everything they want to hear. If they want to hear the drums really loud, give them the drums really loud. If they want to hear anything else, just go with what they want to make them as comfortable as possible so we get a good vocal sound. And then lastly, I forgot to mention this earlier, do use a pop filter because it will reduce all the plosives like P's and T's and just makes for a better overall vocal experience, not having to deal with pops in your audio and in your vocal sound. So alright, we're gonna do some A/B testing and then I'll talk about that in the DAW. Alright, we're here in the DAW and we had some problems with getting the good headphone sound, which is obviously important, so we took a lot of time doing that and then figuring out which microphone we like the most. And out of the two dynamics, I really like the D5 more. The i5 was a little thin and it didn't really have that warmer sound that I was looking for, so I decided on the D5. And then I took the D5 and A/B that against the D5 with the Cloudlifter, and I think that the D5 with the Cloudlifter sounded better. It gives just a touch more warmth to the sound and just kind of sounds an overall fullness that lends itself well to the vocal. But one of the things that was interesting to do to make sure that I was choosing the right microphone setup was I had to level match both of the vocal tracks, because if one is louder than the other, your ears automatically assume that that's better. So you need to make sure that they're somewhat at a consistent level so your ears can judge whether it's actually better or just louder. So I used the Voxengo span level meter to kind of get a good average level between these two vocal takes, and then I made my decision based on that. So I'll end this video on back and forth between these two vocal takes so you can hear the slight difference it makes. And then we'll be recording vocals today, and hopefully by next week we'll have another video on either some more overdubs or the mixing and mastering process. So stay tuned for that, and please go to patreon.com/thelongwait to support us in making these videos. If you feel you're getting some good info here, some valuable educational things you can use in your own productions, in your own home studio. If you're a musician making your own music, I hope this video series is helping you out as well. So please support us in any way you can by going to our Patreon page. So thanks very much, and let's end it with some A-Bs on these vocals.
I lay my hands upon no other, and I raise my hands up to the sky. The boy is gone. I lay my hands upon no other. I lay my hands upon no other, and I raise my hands up to the sky. The boy is gone. I lay my hands upon no other.